Yes, people, welcome back. It's Friday. I'm going to leave Rash to say what he likes to say is Friday's slogan, but we're all happy it's Friday. And yeah, man, Euro 2020, the final is here. England, Italy. So let's get into it, man. What are you saying, Jill? Don't do it.
Don't be afraid now.
Yeah,
It's
you might
Friday. It's Friday then. It's Monday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, man, listen.
What? Wait,
Listen.
what? Man said Monday, Saturday, Sunday.
I told you about them, man.
know
They're preempting Monday. I told you about them.
True. You said it. You
Look,
said
look.
it, bro. You said it.
Look, that's how the song goes. We know what we're here for. I'm still on. It's coming. I ain't there yet until Monday. See what happens. But yeah, man, I'm good. Hope you boys are good as well, man.
Yeah, man. Now all good over here. What you say, Rash?
Bro, feeling good. It's Friday. Best day of the week. Yom Juma, Weekend tomorrow. Big final up this weekend. Got some good fights as well on Saturday. Man, it's going to be a sick weekend, man. Can't wait.
Yeah, man. 100%. Can't forget the Copa America final as well. Messi Neymar thing. That's another one. I'm looking out for that one. And Jeff, what you saying, bro?
Yeah, man, all good, all good. I was out on Wednesday. I didn't drink, so I got a chance to observe England fans laying on the floor, dancing topless. There was a lot going on, man, and it was like 11 o'clock, so it wasn't even late.
Yeah. No, there was a lot going on Wednesday for sure. I've seen some of the videos going around. Some of them are wild.
Wild.
Some of them are wild.
Yeah,
But hey, man, let the England fan.
Yeah,
you just remember Jeff, bro. Yeah,
lock
man.
him up.
Yeah.
All right, there's a few men that need to get locked up. I'm telling you.
Bro, trust me.
I know Bill Cosby's understudy when I see one. That was ridiculous.
Oh, listen. Yo, hey, listen. Well, obviously, Cosby, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. We keep it moving. But yeah, man. Hey, big up Jaminho in nice and early saying, come on, Italy. We're going to touch on that because obviously we were saying in our own group chats that there's actually a lot of hate against England in this final. And that's from both foreign fans, but also fans in this country. But we're going to touch on that. But first of all, let's just quickly go over the game. Obviously, England, Denmark, 2-1, extra time victory. Harry Kane, rebound from the penalty spot. Yeah, man, Jalil, what are you saying, bro? Like, what did you make of the game, man? It was bare. Obviously, I know you were out and about. So, yeah, man, what are you saying?
Yeah, this time I was responsible. There was a school night and all, so I didn't get off cut. Do you know what I mean? So I had one or two sips of drinks, and then I kept it professional. But yeah, man, I watched the game, and the pod we did before this year, we were speaking about pundits overdoing it against Denmark, disrespecting them. It was disrespectful, let's be real, but I have to put my hands up and say I bypassed Denmark as well. Respectfully, like I'm not going to disrespect them. How could a team like that get this far? They've done well, do you know what I mean? And said it with my chest, 1-0. Didn't think they would score, never in a million years, but you don't save them, do you know what I mean? And it just goes to show that we haven't got a great goalkeeper in goal, so anything could happen because Neuer might save them, Courtois, I don't know, Pickford. The goal was too big for him, do you know what I mean? So. Yeah, man.
Oh man, the drive-by.
Hey, what did that say? Say that. Let's see that again. Listen.
You might talking about the drive-by. We're not gonna say it, but yes, we was talking about that.
Hey, Duncan, we ain't gonna say any more, but
that was some wild stuff, Duncan.
We've been seeing some wild stuff, Duncan, bro. Listen.
Hey, we spent an hour reviewing that and seeing how wrong it was, yeah. So we don't condone that. I'm just gonna say that here first, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Funniest shit. We don't condone it.
Yeah. The wildest shit ever.
The wildest. That's the right word. The wildest, bro.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever seen anything.
I've
like,
never seen that.
Because my reaction got worse. Like, you know, when you first saw it, like, raw, like, what's my man doing? And then you look at it 5 minutes later, like, nah. Get him off the road to now. Like,
Lock that guy up.
Yo, and bro, man was gassed as well, bro.
Bruv, he smiled. He smiled before he did it.
He smiled, and then he walked 3 yards forward and just stood there. He was proud of what he did.
Bruv, I'm telling you, yeah, that was like a baby latching.
Yeah, bro,
like, madness.
It was like attack, bro.
It was lockjaw, Staffordshire Terrier style.
Bro,
serious.
That guy, yeah. Boy, listen, lock him up, but
lock that guy up, man.
I don't even like playing police games, but we need people like that off the street. He's gotta go.
Trust me, man.
Like,
I love the women in my family, man. Get that guy off the streets, fam. Seriously.
Like, imagine if that's your. I'm killing him. Like what?
Yeah, that's mad.
Like, what are you doing?
Listen, trust me, man. But anyway, man, listen, Duncan, man, hey. Listen, Duncan, man. Next time, hey, your next comment hopefully is gonna be on football, bro. But yeah, man.
Trust me, hit that like button, bro. Hit that like
Duncan, button. Yeah, man. Trust me. Yeah, Jalil, man. Sorry to throw you off, man. Carry on.
man said drive by. No,
cuz drive by.
Oh my god. Pew, 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 pew.
All right, I'm dead. I'm finished. Hey. Big up England, man. Big up England. Still, big up England. Big up England. Big up England still.
You don't do them things.
Yeah, let's leave it because if we stay here too long, I'll speak about it.
There might be some people right now thinking, what are these guys talking about, bro?
Yeah. There's a reason we're not shedding any light on this.
Nah.
But yeah, do you know the game?
Yeah, sorry, man. Sorry. I'm talking about drive-bys and that. Anyway, so yeah, the free kick, man. Someone talk to Rash. I talk to this guy.
Hey, Duncan come and mess up the whole show.
Hey, do you know, carry on, yeah? I'm not gonna go on the screen for a bit, so I can stop laughing, bro. Because this is a bit mad still, man. Go on,
cool. Gosh. Okay, what was that? Pickford in goal.
Mm-hmm. Not good enough.
So it's been said we haven't conceded a goal all tournament in play, but when it comes to set pieces, that's where we lack, and it showed. So we need to be wary of that in our next game. Second thing was the team didn't play as good as I thought they would, but my stand-up player was Saka for me. An issue, obviously made him score an own goal and that. And I guess the questionable one we have to touch upon is Sterling, I guess, because people say it wasn't a pen, it was soft. And people are saying it was a pen, it was connection. And I have to be honest, and I stand by the side that it was a pen. There was connection twice, even though he said it was the other guy, but there was definitely connection. And he had every right to go down, in my opinion. But other than that, man, it was a good win. It wasn't the way I thought we'd win. I thought we'd kill them off early, sit back and relax. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. But you know, when we get into the player ratings, I'll speak more about the players. But all in all, Saka was my stand-up player of the whole game. And I guess we're going to touch on the Grealish thing coming on and off. I'll just say a quick quick thing about it. I thought it was the right move. When you're coming to play and hold up play, I'm going to stand by that. I'm going to say it was a good move. When you've got 10 minutes left, or I don't know how much, 10 minutes left of the second extra half, all you want to do is maintain the ball. Grealish is a playmaker. Not saying he can't hold up the ball, not saying he's not quick or nothing like that, but you would bring on another defender, put Kyle Walker at the back and bring on Trippier there, so you got the whole shebang there, if that makes sense. So all in all, good performance. I'll take that into the final and see what we can do with it, and see where we go from there.
Yeah. I think I'm having some lagging issue, but while I'm not kicked out, let me go on to Rash quick. Rash, what did you make of the game?
I thought, to be honest, I think England deserved to win because they were the better side in the whole 90 minutes and extra time. But I thought it was very poor possession wise. I think it was a bit scatty, to be honest. I don't think the centre midfielders had a good game. Declan Rice, I think, out
Yeah,
of the
I
two
agree.
centre midfielders, he was probably the best out of the two.
I agree.
I think Phillips had a poor game. I think Mount had a poor game as well.
Yeah.
I really didn't. I was saying take him off for a very long time
Hmm.
before before he did in the end. Um, I think Denmark made a very good account for themselves. You know what I'm trying to say? They proved they weren't afraid and they were going for the victory and they were very solid in a lot of areas and they gave England a lot of problems. Um, I was saying before that everyone keeps talking about the final and overlooking Denmark, but Denmark are not a joke about team. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And they they showed why they should be here. And yeah, England were got off on the right foot. They put them under pressure, I think, for the first 10 minutes. But then Denmark got into the game and they scored the first goal. You know, the free
Yeah.
kick was very well hit. Pickford, poorly positioned. To me, a goalkeeper should have got that. It wasn't to the corners, it was down the middle. He was just too far along the left hand side, should have been there more central in order to hit it. Especially the fact that he loaded up the wall. And the thing is that he lined up the wall, and then I saw where he stood. I goes, this is going to be a goal. Yeah, and it was, but very well hit free kick. I wasn't worried about it afterwards because I thought, you know what, England had enough. Sterling was amazing on the ball, like amazing. Like he put fear into those back to the left back and to the right back all game. Yeah, like he twisted them in and out. Yeah, brilliant game that he had. Saka was again brilliant as well. Looked lively on the ball, was looked very dangerous when he picked up the ball as well. Kane, I think that was Harry Kane's best game of the tournament. Like so, it was good that the front three was performing,
On point. Yeah.
and that kind of gave me the confidence that England was going to go on and score on it. And lo and behold, they did. They did very quickly as well. It was really good for them to, because everyone was always saying, "Oh, what's going to happen when England go down? When they concede a goal, you know, that's when you're going to see them capitulate." Well, they showed that they didn't. They showed that they've got enough character to still continue the type of football that they've been playing, good attacking football, and they got their goal back, the equaliser back fairly quickly as well. After that, it just became like a midfield battle. I think England defenders played well. I think the Danish defenders tried. I think their centre backs played well. Their wing backs got dubbed up.
Yeah.
But I think the
Yeah.
Danish midfield were better than England's midfield by far. They were physical. They were more precise with their passing. I just think, I don't know, man. I just felt like Phillips, Rice, Mount, they just didn't make a good trio on that game. They didn't have a very good day in the office. So I would be thinking about those guys in the next game, you know, because Italy are not a joke team. You know what I mean? They've got a brilliant record at the moment. You know, 33 games unbeaten. Um, I think it's going to be a very, very, very difficult game for England. But well done to England, man, for seeing it through. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like the pen, it's controversial because it was soft. I'm not gonna lie, it was a soft penalty, but from what I've seen, there was contact. When you go in like that in the box, it's a very dangerous game to play. We know that. Do you know what I mean? Especially from two different angles, two players coming from two different sides as well. With a player like Sterling, who when he falls, it looks like he's got shot. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You're playing with fire. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it was a bit rash of their defenders. Yeah, they should have probably held
Yeah.
back,
It
but
was.
they didn't. You know, Sterling did his thing. He twisted them inside out. They made some rash decisions, and it got England the penalty. Harry Kane. Do you know? Like I knew it wasn't gonna go in. Like I knew it wasn't gonna go in. But well done for the follow up. You know what I'm trying to say? That's what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? Follow up. He did the job. Got England the goal, and you've got England into the finals, man, and that's all I can say. Well done to England. Commiserations to Denmark. You played well throughout the tournament. Well done. You made a good account of yourselves. If you lot was doing it for Ericsson, I'm sure he's proud of you, man. You know what I mean? I'm happy for your effort. It's time to go home. It's time to see the big boys in the final now. It's going to be great this weekend.
Yeah, no, well said. I think you and Jadu have both summed it up really well, actually. I didn't think England's midfield was great as well. I saw some people say that Calvin Phillips had a shot to be man of the match, but I didn't think he was awful, but I thought he was non-existent in the game, personally, for me. I thought Declan Rice wasn't much better. I actually thought Henderson made a bit of a difference when he came on. It was extra time, but people were tired, but still, I thought he made a difference. I thought Saka was decent, like Jalil said. I thought Sterling was man of the match because I thought extra time he took his game to another level. When everyone was tired, I thought he was unbelievable in extra time. Just skipping past, man. It was good to see a proper dribbling performance.
Amazing play.
And he's doing himself no harm at all because obviously there's talks like Guardiola wants to sell him. So he's doing Man City a favour as well because they'll get... I mean, how much is Sterling worth right now? Jeff, what would you say?
Maybe 75, something like that.
26 years old. You know what I'm saying? How much is he worth?
I think he's worth a lot more than that, to be honest, man. I think he could
More
be
than
breaking up.
75.
Yeah, but you know me, man. I rate Sterling highly. I see what a lot of people don't seem to see about him, where a lot of people don't think he's like a world-class attacker. I think he is. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So, to me, I think if we can say certain players are over the 100 million mark and stuff like that, I believe that he's up there with them. You know what I mean?
But, 100 mil. I can't say hard one
I'm
for me.
saying,
100 mil.
I'm saying he's punching those sort of regions. I reckon it wouldn't be crazy for them to ask anything in between 80 and 100.
80 I can understand.
I think the market's changes, man. Like even with like Sancho is 21. Sancho's price dropped by 30 million in a season. Sterling maybe 18 months ago would be 100 mil, maybe. But in this current state, like one average season can drop your price. Like this might have picked it back up because if there was talks of him going in the swap for Spurs, then how much was he really worth in that swap deal? There was 2 free players offered, right? So
now,
plus,
just imagine that, Jeff. Sorry to interrupt you. Just imagine that you've got the guy that's been England's best player of the tournament being offered as part of a swap for his national teammate plus 100 million. That's a bit disrespectful to Sterling. I can't lie to you.
It is.
It isn't though.
But the thing is as well, though. I mean, how long? How long has Sterling been at Manchester City now?
5,
6 years.
5 seasons, yeah. I reckon he's had. I think out of all of the time that he's had 3 really good seasons there. Yeah. One average and 1 poor. Yeah.
Yeah.
But with the Euros, that poor season, people are forgetting about it, bruv. You know what I'm trying to say? So I reckon that it's really done good for his stock market value, these Euros. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And it's pushed him right back up there. I mean, for a guy out of 5 seasons, he's had 3.5 good ones and then a good Euros. I can't see why he is rated as low as he is and valued as low as he is. That's a brilliant, consistent player.
I don't think he's rated lowly.
But sorry, Jeff, but don't you think it's a bit mad of Man City? I mean, let's say 100 mil Sterling and Laporte.
I think that speaks to the strength of their squad and how much they need a striker to replace Aguero. It's not a disrespect to Sterling. Honestly, it isn't. Like, I'm a Sterling fan. I've been a Sterling fan, but that ain't no disrespect. Like, if they need a number 9, they lost their striker of 9 years, who's arguably one of the best strikers in Premier League history. Great catalogue, goals everywhere, and that's not even being fit. Kane is on his way to being one of. I mean, if he stays in the Premier League, he'll beat Shearer's record, I think. So it speaks to how much Spurs rate him, need him, and how much Manchester City need a forward. Like, let's be honest, Sterling is a quality player. Will they miss him if he goes? Yes. Can they replace him? Yes. they have great wide players, and they have money more than everyone else.
This is the thing as well. Like City, all right, they don't really spend more than 50, 60 million on a player. They don't really do that.
Yeah.
But if they wanted to, they really could.
And this is the time.
Easily.
Yeah.
Because financial fair play is paused.
Exactly. And this is why, that's why I think it's more of a disrespect, because if they really did want to dip in their pockets to get a Harry Kane, they could. They've got the funds there available. But the fact that they were saying 100 mil plus Sterling plus Laporte is saying to me that they don't value these players as much, or that season, they thought that season was so poor, the one that's just gone by these guys, that their value has gone down so much that they're kind of like, we don't need them, we don't want them. They're not really worth.
But who's indispensable to Manchester City? Honestly, no one.
But how much do you really think Kane is worth, if that's the case? Because if you put those together, I mean, as a minimum, these guys are 50 million
each.
Value players.
So that's another 100 mil.
50 million. That's 100. So are they saying that? Are they saying Kane is worth 200 million?
That's what they're saying to me.
If Kane on his own is probably 130 or whatnot to me, but
still,
yeah,
at 28.
So. Coming off, I know it got skewed and misconstrued because he had a shaky start to the start of the Euros. Kane is who he is. I don't want us to forget that fact. He's probably top 3 number 9s in the world.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, it's top 3.
So it's also not just about your performance. It's about how much you mean to your club. And Kane is Spurs. Without Kane at Spurs, where did Spurs finish? 14th? Like, 23 goals and 14 assists or whatever it ended up being speaks for itself. That means that he probably played 35 games. He probably missed a few because he had an injury that left. He's out for maybe 1 or 2 games, 3 games. But that means you're involved in every game or every goal in every game. So, like, if they are offering that just shows that 1, Spurs really, really, really don't want to lose him, and 2, City really, really need him. And it's proven that I thought Laporte was the best centre back, but he clearly isn't needed now. Like they can switch that around. There's no problem.
But you know what it is as well. Look, I think there's like at least 3 years left on Kane's contract as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 3 years.
So that's a big factor in it as well. Yep. They know that if they want to lure him away from Spurs, they're gonna have to be putting forward something major. Yeah. I think Livy every year and a half offers Kane a new flipping contract.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, make sure his value stays high.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. And so everyone knows how he plays and stuff. So that might be a key factor in the negotiation as well. And that's why they're doing it, because they realize, look, he's got 3 years left on his contract. In reality, this is the amount of money that Kane's been offered to stay another 3 years. We need to do something to lure him away from that. We need to do something major.
Yeah, but now let me ask you guys this, and I'll come to you first, Jalil. We can agree that right now Kane is a bigger worldwide name in football than Sterling, right? Probably is a bigger more household name, probably just about. Or should he be? If Sterling was being portrayed by the media here, how Kane's portrayed, Sterling, look at his resume: 26 years old, multiple-time Premier League winner, always plays. Well, now he's always playing well for England. He's not bad in big games. He's a very good dribbler. He gets in a lot of goal-scoring positions. He's had 30-goal season from the wing. I don't feel like Sterling's considered a household name. But Kane, for me, gives me that impression that he is. I see people all the time talking about, Kane's a top 3 striker in the world, people abroad. I never see anyone say Sterling's a top 5 winger in the world. I've never seen that. So my question is, why is it that Sterling and Kane have such a disparity on the world stage?
There's many reasons behind it, but first I'll just address the Kane thing. I think when it comes to international competitions, we know that players, I guess, valuation can go up or down depending on how good they do it. I feel like if we're going at it, this is Kane to Sterling. You know, Kane will see how Sterling's there. I feel like they could be bang there. I wouldn't sell. I mean, I wouldn't buy Kane for more than 95 mil, I think. I think it's got to go down a bit, in my opinion. It has to go down. Just going off, this is not just going off the tournament, because he's had an okay tournament. He hasn't had a shit tournament. He's scored goals. He's been active. That through ball to Saka was disgusting. So we've got to give him the credit there. We've got to look at injuries and stuff as well, you know, from previous times. And we got to ask ourselves the question, you know, when was the last time Kane, I mean, it's not possible for many players, but when was the last time Kane's had a full season, do you know what I mean? And not been injured, not been worried, not touched his ankles and stuff. It's always the ankle, and it's a bit scary if you're going to consider that. With Sterling, man, that's a very good question, you know. Why is he not a household name? It's a very good question. I'll be honest with you, the media's killed him. It's not allowed it. He's been the face of New Balance for a while now. No one talks about that. Kids are still buying it though. Kids are still buying it, don't get me wrong. But it's not as massive as when, I don't know, Bell had Adidas, Neymar went to Puma, Messi, Ronaldo. I know those are big names and that. Balance is quite the next coming thing. You see a lot of players wearing it now and stuff. And, you know, Sterling thought he's going to take that on and make it bigger. And I think, in my opinion, you know, he's a massive name. You know, I don't know if we can ever say he was top five in the Prem, top five in the world. Arguably,
top five in the Prem, Yeah,
you got to have a real debate and have a real, you know, conversation about that. If I'm being honest, but man, that's my reason, man. You know, Harry Kane still ball. I hear what Jeff's saying, hear what Rash is saying in regards to that. I just got to take his value down a bit, man. Let's be real. Any player that goes to Man City, actually, that's a lie. Most class players that go to Man City can get numbers. Kane 100% can get numbers, but they could use that money and go after someone else or get another couple players. In my opinion.
No, well said. Before I come to Rash and Jeff, let me read out some of the comments. Big up the packs are saying 95 mil max for Kane. KD in the building saying that is wild. Kane 90 million max. 90 mil, that's a decent deal, I think, if you can get that. Big up Jaminho saying he wants Italy to win it. I saw your comment, bro. I know you're not rooting for England still. You've told me that before, so man. Now big up to you. But man. So before we move on to the player ratings, Rash, Jeff, anything you want to add on down that Sterling thing? Do you think he gets on the world stage? His talent is recognized enough or not?
Well, look, I don't think it's recognized enough. And I think the thing that stopped it was when he moved from Liverpool to Manchester City and how the media went after him based on that. You know, they didn't get off of his back after that. When he got a nice home for his mum, they got onto that as well. Do you know what I'm trying to say? When he had the tattoo on his leg, they got into him for that. Whatever the kid did, they were onto him. When he went to the World Cup, they were onto him. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, so he hasn't had the chance to shine without someone trying to put a cloud over to block out that sunshine. Do you know what I'm trying to say? He's always had to be not just playing against his opposition on the pitch, but he's also having to always fight against the words of the media and the rhetoric that they spit as well. But you know what? After this tournament, he's going to be a household name. He's going to get the respect that he deserves, because at the end of the day, it's not just a people in the Premier League now that can see how good of a player that he is. He's done it on the world stage. And not only has he done that, he's literally dragged England through to as far as they've got until Wonder Boy has decided to finally put on his shooting boots as well. He's been England's main guy. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So now English fans, they can't help but give him the props that he has. They have to give him his flowers, and they're giving it to him. Even the media now are trying to talk well of him. Do you know what I'm trying to say? The fact that the media are speaking well of Sterling now, the England fans are saying, we love Sterling. If it wasn't for Sterling, it's because of Sterling. It's changed the narrative against him. They're going to have to find someone else's head. I mean, if England do win, I'm hearing that it's MBE for him and Kane. If he gets an MBE, that's a different status, bruv. You're amongst a different elite of people now as well. You know what I mean? So I think it will be a thing where you will start to hear Sterling's name amongst players that people think are the world class or the world's elite after this tournament, if it goes well for England, because we know how they love a crucifixion as well. We know that.
Yep.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? They don't walk with the cross on the flag for no reason. They love that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I'm just saying. So like, God willing, it goes well for for England. It goes well for Sterling. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So that he does get the flowers that he deserves. But I really believe after this tournament, he's gonna be a household name, especially within these shores. Anyway.
Yeah, man, 100%. I personally think if England win it, it will be a sweet thing to see him carrying that Player of the Tournament award. That's something that no one can ever take away from him. So hopefully he can do that. Before I come to Jeff on that, we move to player ratings. Big up the packs are saying crazy how Sterling is 26. It is crazy.
It's like it's been here forever, like.
He's been here forever, man.
Yeah.
He's been here forever, man. Technically, Sterling ain't even in his prime. He isn't. He's not, which is mad. Big up Falak. Hope you're good. Hello, beautiful people. How are we? All good over here, Falak. Good to see you here as always. Hope you're well. If Sterling tweaked a few things, then boy would be one of the best. Yeah. Let's be honest. It's just his finishing. His finishing is shooting. If he sorted that out, then he'd get some silly numbers because he gets chances, man. I can't lie. He gets chances. But yeah, man. But yeah, Jeff, what are you saying about Sterling, man?
Me, honestly, a household name thing in England, yeah, Kane's the bigger household name. In world football, I don't know if everyone sees it like that, honestly. Like when you hear about who's linked with who, before this season, Sterling for the past 3 years been linked with Real Madrid. Kane doesn't really get linked with anyone. Kane gets linked with English clubs. To me, there may be a little rumor here that there might be a Real Madrid. It don't really stick. Like the Sterling one's normally all summer. So when we're talking about world football, like a household name, then people recognize Sterling. It's here because the campaign to slander him started here. So I don't necessarily think that outside of England, Kane is definitely a bigger household name than Sterling. I think when it comes to outside of England, they may be on the same kind of level. Personally, like when you even say that, yeah, of course, that to top 3 number 9s, Kane's in there because he scores. Like he's a regular scorer. A lot of the number 9s nowadays miss a lot of chances. He's one of the few that doesn't. Sterling, I think he is kind of considered a top 5 winger, personally.
In
the world or in the Prem?
In the world.
Okay, let's think about it right now. Would you have him in the top 5 right now?
He'd probably be 5th, maybe, but he'd be in there. Like, all right, who's above him? There'll be who would we class as a forward? We can class Neymar, Mbappe,
Neymar.
Bell.
Mbappe winger.
Mbappe, Bell. Bell would have been.
Bell Hazard now, not now. Bell Hazard now.
Not as of right now.
Not as of right now.
Hazard wouldn't be in there.
No, Hazard not as well.
He hasn't been informed. It would be Salah. It would be Salah, not Saleh. Salah, and it'd probably be Mane.
What about
then Sterling?
What about Mahrez, Foden?
Nah.
Do we no?
Mahrez has a shout. I think Mahrez has a shout.
I don't think Mahrez is better. I don't think Mahrez is spoken about more than Sterling, and I don't think Mahrez is even better than Sterling. I think he's got his technique probably is like
technique.
As a winger, no, I don't think as a full winger, I don't think he is better than Sterling.
No, you know what? I think the Mahrez Sterling one comes down a little bit to preference. If you like the eye stuff, you might pick Mahrez.
Maybe,
Sterling,
but then if you look at
Sterling will get better numbers always.
A 38 game season, I know who I'm picking. It's Sterling.
100.
Yeah, Mahrez is an off the cuff kind of player. Like, there's a reason why Pep don't play him every game. To me, or it's taken him so long to start because
brings him off the bench. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because he doesn't. I don't think he's a street baller. Like that's what he is. Like he's like the top level. Like he's one of them man where if he was in a playground or not a playground or like 5-a-side pitch, he'd light shit up. Like he's dirty. But for that kind of system, that kind of system, Sterling just
More
understands
structured.
things better. Yeah, like
Mm.
the runs he makes, like it's taken a long time for Mahrez to get to that stage. Like he showed flashes of it this season, and he got a lot of plaudits for it. But overall, he had a good season. It wasn't outstanding to me. Maybe I'm being harsh, but it was just good.
No, he
Nah.
had moments. He had moments.
moments,
That's it.
yeah.
He had moments.
I'd say Gnabry's a shout.
Yeah, I was going to mention. I
Gnabry's a shout.
I had three wingers that maybe I had Gnabry, I had Song, and I had Sancho. Maybe can they sneak in?
Okay, Son.
Son,
Son's got
Son and Sterling's a fight.
Yeah,
Son and Sterling is Son and Sterling. I don't think Sancho's there yet. No.
Okay.
But the thing is,
Sancho.
but it's Son. Like we know about Son because he plays in the Premier League. Do the world know about Son? Do they know him like that?
Not like
I
that,
don't think though. I don't think so.
I think if you know Kane, you know Son because that's where their goals come from.
But this
Tottenham
is the
made the
thing.
Champions League final, and Son was a big part of it.
I get that, but with a lot of people still saying when you're saying, "Well, do you support Tottenham?" and they're saying, "Who? Top Spur? What?
What's that?
What's that? Yeah, with people still saying that, yeah, yeah. At the same time, that Tottenham is they're a club that is recognized now.
No, keep it real. Don't do that.
No, I'm gonna do that.
You're gonna say something different. Say it.
No, I'm not saying that because it would have been a lie. Yeah. So they're a club that is recognized amongst many people and many nations now, but they're still not a global club where they are spoken of in the same breaths as the best. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So that's why, like, even when you was mentioning that Harry Kane, he internationally, off the shores of the UK, he probably isn't spoken about as much as Sterling. You're probably right. And it's because of the fact that he's at Tottenham Hotspurs. If he may have been at a Manchester United now, or a Manchester City, or even a Liverpool, and definitely an Arsenal, people would know him. Because even though Arsenal are failing miserably, they're on a downward spiral at the moment, they are a big name globally. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You can be a kid without a name and be known across the world just because you play for Arsenal. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So, Son, I think people know him, but I don't think they know him as much as they know Sterling. I don't think so.
Nah, yeah, I agree.
If we're talking about household names, and yeah, of course, Sterling's a way bigger name than Son. But if you're talking about 5 best wingers of merit, those you can argue about the names we said. Like Sterling's arguably in that though. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he's got an argument. He's got an argument.
Yeah, like someone like Mahrez is far further down. Gnabry, Son, Sterling. Oh man, Jesus!
I thought we were friends.
Hey, it is what it is. You know, you got to bring in some club banter when you can. You know what I'm saying? Always. Did we review Kane? No, we haven't reviewed Kane yet, Falak. We haven't reviewed Kane. We're going to do player ratings now. But yeah, no, that was a good little debate. I think once the Euros are over, we're going to get back into those debates and see where people stand right now. Because I think that's a good discussion, actually.
We have to do the top 10 wingers again.
Yeah,
top 10 wingers again. Top 10 wingers again.
We could do a whole overview now of that. We can go back again and do strikers. We can do legends. We can do it again. It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be juicy, bro.
No, it's gonna be good for sure. But yeah, man, people smash the likes. Player ratings time. Jalil, what are you saying? Pickford.
Yeah, I'm happy you gave me him. Got to be honest again. We've got to be honest here. Not much to do. Why? Not much to do because he had the 2 big boys in front of him doing the business, doing the clearance and stuff. The time we asked him to step in, actually, there's 3 times, and now we got to be honest. The corner where they packed him in, he came out and punched it, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm seeing some good signs here. I'm seeing some good signs. Yeah. However, when we need you the most,
let us down a little bit.
That's my point. A little bit. He didn't let us down all the way because he could have let him a bit more. So I'm gonna go 6. Just above average. 5 is average. I can't go any more down than 5. I'm gonna give him a 6 just because of the crunches out. You know, the clearance he's done as a goalkeeper, done the right thing in my opinion.
The thing is, just to speak on that, like, I don't agree with the punches. That's one of the things that pisses me off about him. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, in situations where he can catch the ball, he punches it, and he doesn't do terrific punches. Or the ball doesn't go far, well out of danger.
It goes high.
He goes high, and it goes mad because he doesn't punch and then land on his feet. He punches and ends up in a mad position too. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And puts the rest of the defenders in a bit of a squirm. Like, that's one of the things I don't like, man. That's one of the things I think before the Euros, when we used to speak about Pickford, I used to say, what's wrong with the boy and his punching business? What is this all about? Like, I understand the punching thing is actually more of a European thing. England's thing is more catching the ball. Do you know what I'm trying to say? He does a madness. I don't know what he's not good at it. That worries me. I just want to say.
Not when the Denmark defenders are all taller than you.
You should leave it to Mags, bruv. I'll leave it to Mags, bruv. He's gonna get it.
Yeah, right. All right, but yeah, man. So 6 for Pickford. I think that's in the context of the win. It's fair. I would have given him a 5, maybe. I would have given
him a 5, to be honest.
Okay.
5, 6 have gone either way.
I mean, if Jeff goes 5,
doesn't mean you're wrong. Doesn't mean you're wrong.
No, overturn me. Overturn me, because that's fair. We got even though we give individual ratings, if we all come to a conclusion and think that I'm wrong, I'm happy to be overturned.
What are you saying, Jeff?
See, my problem wasn't even the free kick because I thought it was a fast free kick and he's just short. Like, it just went over his hand, but. Like, his general play was just mad shaky. The ball come to him, just kicking in the air anywhere. He was just punting it up the field anywhere. There was no strategy in it. Yeah, 5, man. Forget it, man. I was thinking about 6, but yeah, I'm remembering stuff.
Yeah, trust me, man. I remember that one.
You just got a few things to like. Yeah,
I remember that one extra time, but then I had a shot from the edge of the box going miles wide. A man tips around for a corner.
Listen,
like, bro, what are you doing, bro?
I remember a time when England was dominating the ball a little bit, and they was passing it around, and then this was before even at the end of the game, but they was passing it around, and they passed it back to Pickford, and he whacked it, off the pitch for a throw-in, and I was like, fam, you actually had 2 men to pass to. You could have side-footed it to the man, you know what I'm trying to say? But he just whacked it, and I'm just thinking, wow, that was, he didn't have a good game.
He plays like he's on Charlie a bit, man.
Bro.
There's better rank stuff going on. Just that, bro. Just chill out, man.
I'm glad you said it. Listen, the guy used the right term, bro, because that guy, I hope he's what they did to Rio 15 years ago with that test. I think they should do it to him as well. So he might fail still. Hey, man. But yeah, all right. Pickford 5, man. Sorry, Pickford, man. Sorry. Rash, Kyle Walker.
I think Walker had a good game, man. I think Walker had a good game, and I think he saved England a number of times as well. I think we was talking about it. That he's actually molded into a good player with the older he's gotten. He's matured into his role. Do you know what I'm saying? He's not as erratic as he was. And I think it was you, Jeff, who said that it was his erraticness that made you think he's like that made you not like him as a player so much. You know what I mean? But he showed that he's got a steady head on his shoulders. You know what I'm trying to say? So I mean, I would like to give him an 8, to be honest, but I'll give him a 7. Yeah, and if anyone wants to push it up to an 8, then I would agree. But I think he had a really good game, and Walker played really good. Really good.
I think a 7 is fair, to be fair. He could get an 8, but 7 I think is reasonable.
See, I probably would have given him an 8, personally. I thought outside of Sterling, he's the best player on the pitch for me.
He had a really good game, man.
He was up there. His pace is a cheat code. Pace is
a cheat code, and I'm gonna have to back Jeff for the 8. The reason being, like, as soon as we went to a back 3, I thought, they're not scoring. They're not scoring. They'll kick past. They're not scoring. So I'll go with 8. Just his pace saved us so many times, and there was more bare times when the ball was gone over the top. Stones and Mings. I know to be seeing Mings. You know, Maguire.
Man ain't seen Mings for a while, bruv. The man's like the WWE heavyweight champion now.
fucking stumbling shit and chokes having niggas and
Hey, well, yeah, man. All right, cool.
Sorry. Yeah, I'll go over 8 as well, man. He saved us with that pace, man.
Kyle Walker gets an 8. All right, Jeff. John Stones
played well. Feel like he's kind of like under Maguire's tutelage a bit. Maguire's had a good tournament, but I'd say Stones. I give him a 7. He played well.
Yeah, 7 is fair.
Do you know what it is as well? He's very good on the ball, man. I like it. He's very calm on the ball as well. He selects the good passes as well. His positioning's a bit harsh. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Positioning's a bit harsh. You know what I mean? Man's a bit worried about his positioning sometimes. You get me? But him on the ball is good. He's very calm on the ball and he makes good decisions. Man.
Yeah, he's the only defender to play every single game, every minute as well. He hasn't been taken off for. He's true. He's the only defender if I'm not mistaken. So he's been pretty consistent, man. I'm with the boys, man. I see what he's saying under Mings. Mings is kind of wing. Mings. I'm gonna stop saying that guy's name, fam. Think of WWE. Maguire.
Yeah.
Maguire's wing.
What are you giving Maguire?
Is it me?
Yeah. You got Maguire, bro.
Back to you, bro.
I'll got to be honest. I was leading to giving them both centre backs at 8, in my opinion. Just done their business, won their battles. I don't blame them for conceding. You know, I always say to you, clean sheet. I'm going to put you up a bit, but other than that, I thought they defended really well. They did get caught out but Walker saved them. But we would have never known what would have happened if Walker weren't there. So, they weren't really challenged as well. So they done their business, man. So I would have given them an 8. But yeah, Maguire 8. There you go.
Maguire 8, yeah, I think that's fair. Maguire was brilliant for me.
He was, and you know what? I love his aggression as well. I love it, bruv. That's taking off heads.
You missed that, innit? You missed that from defenders, innit? That aggressiveness.
Do that, bruv. You know what I mean? When you're in their box, let them know you're there. When they're in your box, let them know you're there. Do you know what I mean? Have some presence. You know what I'm trying to say? You know what I mean? I like that.
Maguire's a better version of that WWE superstar Mings. Like, he knows how to control his anger and put it into football.
Trust me, but mind you, Mings didn't have a bad tournament when he was playing. I just want to shout out to Mings. You actually played well, my guy.
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah. Mings did. Once the EPR was involved, he said, "Let me take the wrestling out. Let me play back to football. Let me take it back to football." Big up Mings. All right, Rash, Luke Shaw.
I'll give Shaw a 7. I think he was. I think he was good. He was. Luke Shaw, he does what he does, you know what I mean? Whip some good balls in there. Do you know what? Actually, I'll give Luke an 8, you know. I'll give him an 8. I think he played well, actually. It was a part of the build-up play. He's aggressive. He didn't lose the ball, as far as I remember. Yeah, man. The passing and his passing movement that he's got on that side, I think it's really good, man. I'll give him an 8.
Yeah. I was fair for Luke Shaw. I realized with Luke Shaw, he links up well with whoever's on the left. It doesn't really matter who it is. He links up well with them. So that's something about him. Calvin Phillips, Jeff.
Gonna go with a 6. I think he wasn't great. Like he's trying to do what like Kante does, like press high up the pitch, but he was just getting popped. Like Højbjerg and Delaney were just popping around him. But I think when Delaney went off, he started to have a bit more of a presence in the game, like as extra time went on. Like what he was trying to do started to work a little bit more. But before that, he was like a 4. But I'd say a 6 all in all.
Yeah, 6. I think and by the end, 6 is fair.
Yeah, he picked his game up.
Yeah, Declan Rice, Jeff, Jadot.
Rice gonna have to hold a 6 as well. Even though I thought they're both standard. I'm not gonna lie to you though. Rice did get popped a few times. He got beaten by a man way too many times, and
a couple times,
he needs to work on, if he's going to be a better player, he needs to work on that half turn. If you know what I'm saying, he only done it once, and that was an extra time. But when he gets the ball, he doesn't look elsewhere. If that makes sense. I mean, sometimes you want bang average. You know, bang average wins you games as well. Sometimes, you know, who does just the basic stuff. So, but yeah, for me, I'm gonna have to hold. He's gonna have to hold a 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think it was a consistent 6. I think he was 6 the whole game, whereas Phillips picked his game up to a 6 because he was bloody poor at first.
He was bad. I
That's
thought he
fair.
was genuinely invisible. He was invisible for a stage of the game.
That's
like,
fair.
genuinely invisible. But yeah, people, we're doing the player ratings. It's 9 of you in here. Smash the likes and share your ratings. We're back to Rash.
Mount.
Let me give you Mount. Yeah, Mount. Mason Mount. Yeah.
I think he had an average game, man. I think he's a 5, man. Like I would like to, because England won, give you more than that, brother, and you as an attacking player. But I was so disappointed with the amount that I saw in that game. Like, yeah, he gets a 5 from me.
You know what? Can we just say now? Mount hasn't had a good game this whole tournament.
No, he hasn't.
Unfortunately, he hasn't showed up. Unfortunately,
what it's showing to me is that he's not a number 10. He doesn't play number 10 for Chelsea. He plays more out wide on the left. For me,
where would you play him? Where would you play him, John?
For me, he's a box. He's got the attributes to play box to box. Huh? He's got the energy. He's got good passing range. He can shoot from the edge. For me, he's either there or this weird left side role that he's playing for Chelsea. I don't think he's a number 10 person. He doesn't know the right spaces to pick up enough. And that's why half the time you're like, is he playing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I reckon Grealish could do a hell of a better job than him in that position.
Yeah, but
going forward, Grealish is we know Grealish. Grealish is a menace.
Yeah, and I can't wait for us to touch on the fact that him being taken off as well. Like,
we're going to touch on that, but that's no disrespect to Mount. Mount's a very good player, but it's just
very good.
I mean, look, I had him as one of the players to watch in this tournament. Like, I rated his season at Chelsea. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
You just have to call it how it is sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So Jeff, let me give you Harry Kane.
Harry Kane. All right. I think he wasn't amazing. Personally, it's probably one of his better games this tournament. I'm conflicted. I don't know whether to give him a 6 or a 7. I guess he gets a 7 because essentially he won the game, and he did set up, or he's decisive assist for Saka. Great ball, by the way. But yeah, I think Mount, that the point you made about Mount probably not being a natural cam affects his game, because he drops so deep to get on the ball, and then people are grilling him for getting on the ball. And like, I kind of get it though, because he's just waiting around up there, and it's been 15 minutes, and he could have made a tea, he could have buttered a croissant, still ain't got the ball. So I hear him for dropping that deep. But yeah, maybe a 7 all in all. I say that's fair.
7 is fair, I think. 7 is fair.
We know what Jeff's having for his tea tonight. Where tea and croissants there.
Awesome.
All right, Jalil, Bukayo Saka.
I don't want it to come across like bias or anything, but that kid, man. That kid, man. No, nothing extravagant. He's gonna have to hold a 7 as well, if we're being honest.
Okay.
Yeah, he was good, man. I could nick it up to an 8, because he obviously forced that goal in. His runs were undisputed. He's the undisputed champion of the world, in my opinion. But
yeah, a lot of WWE today.
Oh, wow. Mings is stuck in my head. How many times did I call Maguire Mings today, bro? Do me a favor. It's difficult, man. It's difficult because I don't know if to go over 7 or 8, but if it weren't for him,
don't be afraid. We'll overrule you if we think you're wrong.
Yeah, we'll just overrule you, bro. It's true.
So my thing is, if it weren't for him, yes, Kane assist, but it was his run. You know, it's his trouble. So I'm gonna go with 8 for the kid.
Ross, 8.
8. Okay. I think that's a bit generous. It's a little bit generous.
He wouldn't even have held a 7 for me. Like, I
Not
think,
even
like,
7.
nah, like, he didn't play well. Like, he actually didn't. Like, if we're being honest, like, bias aside, just looking at it objectively, he didn't play well. Like, I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm a Saka fan. I love him. But no, he didn't play well. Like, his use of the ball wasn't as good as normal. The stage looked a little bit too big at times. Before the assist, I was saying, even in our group chat, I was saying it live with the people I was watching. I was like, he could go off. There's enough quality on this bench where he can go and sit down. Like, it's okay. Like, his enthusiasm kept him going in that game, and he ended up having an okay period before he went off. But all in all, no, he didn't have the best game. No.
What I'd say to that is England were questioned if they go down, what can they do? The players are gonna drop their head and stuff. Did Saka not keep up the tempo to get us that goal? Did he not keep pushing? Because before that, he crossed it into Sterling. That same one, he did that to Sterling, and Sterling obviously put it right at the keeper, right?
Yeah, Schmeichel,
and he didn't give up. For me, consistency is key. He did not give up. He said, "Nah, we're getting back into this game. We need to get 1-1. We need to get leveled, so we can see what happens." And he's done the business for me. That's what I'm saying.
Consistency is twofold, though. Like, 2 moments out of 69 minutes isn't consistency to me. Like,
I'm sure he had more.
Yeah,
I don't think he did personally. Like,
I definitely see where Jeff. I would lean more with Jeff in terms of how Saka played, but because of he basically got the assist for the goal, and he almost got another assist for Sterling. Just for that and the fact they won and it was a game of small margins, I'll bump it up to a 7. His overall game, I didn't think was that great. He definitely tried. He always does. He wasn't. Yeah, there were a few times you could look at him and say, "Oh, you know, he's feeling the pressure as you should."
I'm not knocking him for it as well. By the way,
yeah, exactly. I'm not saying you are. Yeah,
because he's a 19-year-old kid. It's like just goes back to the point I'm saying. Like the pressure he gets is maybe a bit too much, but he showed that he's ready to handle it because he didn't play well, but in my opinion, on the ball, but he still had the wherewithal to make a great run and the confidence, the control to the touch wasn't great before the cross, but the cross was in the right area. He put it in the right area, and it crossed the goal.
Perfect. Yeah, cross was perfect.
Last thing I'll say on Saka, because obviously he was going up against 2 big defenders, and in my opinion, he's done them both. And then I'm just thinking back to it because I remember gassing them up so much and like that's my Nigerian, blah 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 blah, giving it gun things and all that jazz. I remember every time he did something, I would go mad. And this time I was sober, so I can remember it. But he would someone will try and knock him off the ball, he wouldn't get touched, he'll go on and then someone will clamp him. And the number of free kicks came from Saka or Harry Kane because Harry Kane knows how to win them. But with Harry Kane and Saka, the difference between those two is Harry Kane looks for it. Saka's looking to beat a man. That's my point. It was active, man, I think, in my opinion. But I hear what you're saying.
He's always active. Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. Yeah, it's true. And but yeah, I'm not mad. I'm not mad with a 7 at all. I'm not mad with a 7. What we saying about this though? Obviously, a lot of United fans saying that Saka's good, but I think he's being overrated. Sancho should definitely be starting over him. I think that's, I don't know, man. Like,
you gonna go Lash?
I don't think he's overrated at all. I don't think he's overrated. I think he is as good as people are saying he is. But at the same time, you have to remember that he's still a young'un. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And his experience in big games, because he's been at Arsenal, and Arsenal haven't had big games for a long time, it's not in the same realm as some of the other players. So I do believe that some of the pressure does need to be taken off of his back, because I don't believe he had the best game. Yeah, and I think his normal confidence that he had on the ball wasn't there. Do you know what I mean? That you'd normally see from him, and he did lose the ball a few times. His determination was amazing as always, and yeah, he got the assist. He set up a few chances and he didn't give up. A lot of the time he was facing those big defenders and getting knocked off the ball. And I saw him one time, like he got knocked off the ball and it's like he gritted his teeth and then went for it again and then got it and won the foul. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That sort of thing is what you need in a player like him, and he's got that. But it would be nice for Southgate, you know what I'm trying to say, to take a bit of pressure off of him and bring in a Sancho, because Sancho looks like someone, even though he's young as well, just looks like he can handle. It looks like he can just handle that pressure. It just looks like he just looks like when he's on the ball. It's like yeah, I do this thing. Yeah, I do this thing, and everyone else knows I do this thing. So when I get the ball, everyone's gonna give me a yard or two. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, and I think, and I honestly do think, if he's on the pitch, defenders will give him that yard or two because they don't want to get dubs the way that they know that he can dubs a player. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Saka's is known in the UK by everyone who watches the Premier League. But globally, they probably hear about this up-and-coming kid, but probably don't know about his true value. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But because Sancho went to Germany and he's got, you know how the Germans are. Do you know what I mean? When they're rating you the way that they are rating him, do you know what I mean? It speaks 10 foot, it goes 10 foot, it goes miles, it goes around the world, bro. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And it has a big impact. So I really do think Southgate needs to kind of give Saka a break and bring in a Sancho, because Sancho has that, like you said, that aura and of confidence and that of dominance too, that he can do a little bit more, and the defenders will sit a bit off him, and it will provide that space that he needs to work and that England need to have that sort of movement. So yeah, I agree. I don't know about if him and Saka are miles apart in ability. Yeah, but I just think in certain games, big games, you need players that are going to have an impact on the opposition, and I believe Sancho would have a bigger one.
Yeah, I think what's going to be interesting, I think we all think that Saka's going to start the final at this stage. I don't think he's going to drop him and put Sancho in for the final. I don't think so. We don't know with Southgate. It's just one of those where Saka's so young. I hope he doesn't have a bad game in the final, because that's something that could take a little while to come back from. Like, that could linger on for a little while. So hopefully for him, I just hope he has a steady game. Doesn't have to be amazing, just nothing bad, because we've seen it happen to players. They will have a stinker in a big game, and sometimes the confidence never quite comes back the same. So hopefully for Saka, which I'm sure he will, he has a steady game.
But he looks like he's having a time of his life out there, man.
Yeah, he does.
I'm happy for the kid. He looks like he's having a time of his life.
You can't hate Saka, man. You can't hate Saka, man. Come on.
I'll say this though. I'll say this. Between the Saka and Sancho thing, no, I'm not doubting that Sancho's obviously not technically better. Sancho's definitely technically better than Sancho's definitely technically better than Saka. But fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Saka should start. The reason why I should start on the right, other than Sancho, is because he fits the system better. With Saka and Walker on the right hand side, you kind of got a cheat code there, because if Walker can't, and if you looked at the last couple of games when Saka's been playing, he's been tracking back the most. He's the only person that's been tracking back. He's the quickest for some reason. He gets back, and then obviously the ball gets cleared off, and it's looking like, okay, cool. It's kind of like I track back for no reason. However, you kind of need that, especially if you're coming against these Italians. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, if someone's gonna have to start on that right hand side, I'll rather go with the cheat code. I don't want to put the pressure on the kid. I know I put too much pressure on him, and yeah, fair enough, but he fits the system better than Sancho, and I'll say it here first.
Yeah, man, that's fair, man. That's fair. Duncan saying, big up Duncan saying, Saka suits the three at the back system better than Sancho as he works hard. In the 4-3-3, Sancho will have to start. I kind of tend to agree with that.
4-3-3. Why are we going to 4? Are we actually going to go? Sorry, 4. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's more. England play more of a full 4-2-3-1, but I think that's what Duncan meant, to be honest.
Okay, yeah.
That's what he meant. Pax is saying Sancho player of the season pending. Boy, big pressure. Big pressure.
Jesus Christ. He ain't even played yet.
Man ain't even kicked the ball in the Premier.
Wow, bro.
It'd be your own fans, isn't it?
Yeah. Fanak saying Saka was so bad. Damn. Okay. I didn't know it was.
I wouldn't say so bad, but he didn't play well. I agree with you. He didn't play well.
So bad. I think Mount was so bad.
If there's one player I would, we were very generous on Mount. I can't lie to you, but we'll move you. Sterling rush.
I think it's the best game that he's played in this tournament. You know what I mean? And he got the pen. Yeah, he forced the goal. Yeah, he was dangerous every time he picked up the ball. Like, he was moving like he had like 6 Red Bulls. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
He was moving nice.
I mean, it's not a 10 out of 10 game, but I definitely give him a 9.
I'm happy with a 9.
Yeah. Even football aside, he just showed me that he's ready to be a leader.
He's a leader.
He put the whole team on his back, and he got shit popping. So salute to him.
He's a leader, man.
Can I just
He's
say,
a leader. Go on.
I thought it was crazy how the last couple minutes of the second extra time, Sterling was on one side of the pitch. The ball, he was following the ball. He didn't just stay there because what, trying to hold the ball for like a few minutes. Then he was on the other side of the pitch. He goes, fuck it. Let me just try and get a shot off. This guy just didn't stop running. I'm thinking, where did this burst of pace come from, bro? You played over an hour. Chill the fuck out, bro. Do you know what I mean?
In the game management as well. There was a time towards the end as well when he brought the ball up and he ripped their defense, and Foden got himself right in between the 2 centre backs, and he could have played them in so that Foden could have had a shot, but he saw how much was left on the clock, and he just diverted from there and just went to the corner. And then they started their passing. The Olays started from that corner flag over there. Do you know what I mean? And England held on to the ball for so long until, who was it? I think it was Phillips. Phillips kicked out or something like that.
Phillips literally just kicked out of place, and I'm not here with this ticky-tack.
That's mad. That's crazy.
Have you seen that advert back in the day? It's a bit advert when they're doing training, they're doing kick-ups, right? And then it goes to the fat geezer and he goes, kicks it, goes,
have it, son. All right, big old Sterling. What I like the most was after the game when I'm seeing every English player do interviews, and I can't blame them. Their smiles are beaming off their faces like they uncontrollably. Sterling just straight face, just like Sunday is the next game. For me, he's the real leader of the team. But again, he's got his on job attitude on, and he's had it on all this tournament. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like not sunning anyone, but I'm proud of the youth, man. Seriously, man, don't understand how proud I am still.
He knows he's made history. I think the reason why all the boys wanted to do interviews and stuff, and they were celebrating like they've won the cup before it even happened.
Literally, that's how they were talking.
Like, it's mad. They've made history, bruv. In their lifetime, they haven't seen everything. Well, we've just set pace, bruv. Regardless if they win or lose, bruv. Like Rashford said, I'm proud of all the boys, bruv. Do you get it?
Yeah, no, 100%. But I like that. It's a little bit of an old school mentality what I saw there from Sterling in the post game interview. Like, just not getting carried away in the moment. It's so easy to, and it's like, so big up to him, man. Big up to Sterling still.
Do you remember when Tottenham got to the Champions League final and they were crying and shit?
Yeah.
They lost in 1 minute.
Poch was balling.
Lost in the first minute.
Poch was balling. Tottenham players was balling. The
final was literally over after a minute.
Over.
Like, come on, man.
Man.
Bro.
Should know better, man.
All you are first losers now, bro. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, man.
Best losers be.
Ain't no participation trophies here.
The Packs are saying actually Pogba will win Player of the Season. Hey, who knows?
If he's even there.
It might be a PSG. Falak saying, I don't hate Saka though, just a bad game. Yeah, don't worry. We know here. We're just giving our opinions and you gave yours. So, yeah. No, we don't discuss Mount. Is it even worth it? Ouch. That's harsh. Falak's on crud on Friday.
Friday crud.
What a great game.
Smash the likes, people. Hey, big up Rocco saying, listen, boys, Italy will win 2-0. Hey, man, listen. Jalil, what are you saying, boys? Those are some fighting words from Rocco there. What are you saying?
I think We need to reverse that and put England to win. 1-0, I think. 1-0. I don't think there's much talk there because Italy ain't a joke. I said it to you boys last week a couple of days ago when we had our pod. I said, yeah, I doubt Italy because they had oldies at the back. But as I told you, experience beats everything. But with your experience in your position in this place, you're always going to win. And Chiellini, Bonucci, and then, man, they're not ones to play about with, man. They will take you out, bruv, to get that. So, I already know what I mean. I'm not going to doubt them. I bypassed Denmark for a reason. I told you we're going to beat them. Italy's a bit scary, bruv. I'll be honest with you. But I am still looking at England win. I'm not gonna.
You shouldn't back down from that. Yeah, man, 100%. And you know what? For the last few minutes as we wrap up, let's quickly before I come around, each man gives their predictions. Let's do a combined 11 for Italy and England. Okay. So I'll get it up on the screen, but in the meantime, actually, I just realized the first one's going to be goalkeeper, and I acted like I had time, but I think that might be the quickest one.
Yep. It ain't Pickford.
Yeah, go on then. Put Pickford in there then.
All right, cool.
How do you say his name again, John? Donnarumma.
Donnarumma. But yeah, all right, cool. So while the thing's loading up, because it's mad slow, give me a right back. Also, are we doing it based on who's fit or if everybody's fit?
I was just going to ask the same question because I know who my left back is.
Your left back is the same as my left back, and he's just not fit.
Just do it.
He's not fit. He's not fit.
Just do it on the whole squad.
We're not doing it for Sunday's game, no.
Oh, do you want to do it for Sunday's game?
I think maybe do it for Sunday's game. Let's do it for Sunday's game. All right, cool. Right back.
Otherwise, I'll be with you guys.
Walker. Walker, cheat code Walker.
Okay, those going Walker right back. What are you man saying, Rash, Jeff? Any disagreements there?
Nah, can't disagree with that.
Okay. All right. Right centre back. Who are we going for?
Maguire. I'll just go score Chiellini and Maguire. I'm going to say this though quickly. Let's just do the midfield, bruv. It's all the Italians, bro. Let's not fuck about here. The Gino, Verratti, bruv. Let's not fuck about here, bro. We can do this nice and quick.
That area might be quick. To be fair, that area might be quick. All right, but yeah. So what are we saying for the centre backs?
If we're going a full tournament, then I can't pick Maguire. He just jumped in, so it would be Bonucci and Chiellini. I think.
Yeah,
Maguire's only.
Go on.
No, I was just gonna say Maguire's only missed 2 games though, and he's been active. And he scored a goal.
And the others have played everyone and played well.
Played very well. And look how old they are, man. Like you said, experience shows a lot, yeah. And we have a thing in fighting that we say, what defeats power? Speed. What defeats speed? Experience. Because with experience comes strategy, my guy. Do you know what I mean? Those two are playing really well. They're showing their strategy, they're showing their experience that they've had over the years. You know what I'm trying to say? I wouldn't actually go against what Jeff just said. Still, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, I was strongly considering Maguire, but based off that, given the fact he's missed the first 2 games, then I'll put Bonucci and Chiellini. But I think Maguire.
Easy. John, you know you want to go with Maguire with me, bro. You know you want to go with it.
I was gonna. I would do it,
so we can bring it to the comment section and see what they say.
Because I would have said Chiellini and Maguire. That's what I would have done.
That's what I would have done as well. But we've all agreed on Chiellini, so let's leave it for Chiellini. Let's leave that centre back spot free until we come to the end. Get a few more people involved.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So people, while we move through the rest, you guys, girls, let us know whether it's Maguire or Bonucci that you want in there as the other centre back.
John, is the Paxter about? Does he want to jump in for the last 5?
Let's see. Hey, Paxter, if you're about, because I think you're still on the live, let us know. We can finish this team off still. If not, boy, continue watching your Ronaldo videos.
We can't, man. I was gonna say we can't. Ronaldo's not involved. There's no point.
He'll find a way. He'll find a way to put him in, bro.
For real.
All right,
He
cool.
plays in Italy, so therefore he should be in the
He's
team.
Italian. Oh, that's funny.
All right, left back.
Sure. I think
Yeah,
because no
sure.
Spinazzola around and Emerson
Yeah,
definitely
no-
ain't my left back.
Yeah, whole 100%, bro. Trust
Shaw's
me.
missed 2 games as well, boys.
Yeah, but who's fit? That's gonna be better than him.
Sure, Emerson.
So who's better? Okay, we're gonna do that. Let's do this. Who's better, Maguire or Bonucci?
When you say who's better, what do you mean?
Right now, after this tournament, they've both had a good tournament. Yeah, cool. Arsenal fans here. Who do we want to partner up with Gabriel?
Bonucci every day. If you're going off catalogue and Bonucci, there's not even a conversation. Like Maguire shouldn't be in it.
Catalogue's not a conversation.
Yeah,
bro.
come on.
Catalog's
No,
not a
at all. If we're talking about this what are you saying?
I'm not going off catalogue though. I'm going off.
He's talking about right now.
We need a centre back for the long season ahead. Who do you want to partner up with him? Do you want experience? Because experience is a lot there. Or do you want someone who's fresh in the game, wins his headers, controls the game, who can tell Gabriel what to do? But Bonucci could do the same thing. Let's be real.
At Arsenal, I'd pick Bonucci because Arsenal need a leader at the back, and they need that experience. I would 100 pick Bonucci over Maguire, but Maguire's been playing sick. That's no put down to Maguire. Since he's come into the England squad, he's made a great account of himself. He's been doing what he's supposed to do. Like, he's been one of England's best players in the squad. You know what I'm trying to say? So, big up Maguire, but yeah, he's no Bonucci, man.
For me, yeah.
I'll go Maguire though. But yeah, I hear you boys. I hear you. I'm not gonna knock you up.
That's all right, man. I don't want to get you upset. You get me?
I'll go for Bonucci.
That's how I got something in my eye.
All right, cool. All right, 3 centre mids. What are we saying?
Oh, bro. You already know. Oh, if we're putting the best.
I'm assuming one of them's right?
Huh?
Variety's a must.
100%. Jorginho's got to be there as well. I'm sorry. I have to back him.
Have you lot heard that they want Jorginho for Ballon d'Or? Yeah.
Yeah, they're talking bare weird.
Bro. Listen. Let's just none of that on here, bro. Listen, none of that on here.
Conversations going on.
A whole Jorginho for Ballon d'Or, you know. Crazy.
Bro, I've seen mock-ups with it. It looks nuts. All right. Are we putting Jorginho in our team, yeah?
You got to put Jorginho there if we're being real, boys.
If based off this tournament, then he's played better than the English centre mids, probably, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Has he been the best centre mid in Italy, in the Italian squad?
I think it's either him or Barella, you know. I think Barella's been very good, man.
Different.
Yeah.
He's a nice little player still.
Yeah, man.
And I think he kind of makes the other slots still. I can't lie, bro. This is bad. I think.
No disrespect to Mount, Phillips, and Rice, but yeah, these are midfielders, brother. And if it's a midfield, I'm scared.
I can't lie to you though. There's a shout that the next 3 might all be English.
That's what I was going for, by the way. That's why I said that. I'm going for all English, but you already know.
Who's your lot's right winger, just so I know?
I've got Saka.
Well, this is the thing. If we're going to have Insigne, then I'm putting Sterling on the right. If we're not having Insigne, then Sterling stays on the left.
No, we got to stick it to positions. It's either Insigne or Sterling. It's got to be Insigne or Sterling. We've got to stick it to positions. That's how it's got to be. We can't.
Sterling just showed us he can play on the right. It's a bit.
I don't think.
Otherwise, it's Sterling on the left.
Look, starting positions, how it goes on the formation sheet at the start of a game, we have to judge it on that. Sterling starts on the left. Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Sterling's on the left.
All right. So Insigne don't make it then.
Insigne don't make it. And he was, I can't lie, for me, it was Italy's only hope for front 3. Oh,
wow.
Chiesa as well.
Yeah, so me, that's why I asked who's your lot's right winger, because I wasn't even thinking about Insigne. I was thinking Chiesa probably gets a nod over Saka to me.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him. That goal, rather.
Chiesa is.
Did they hate Sterling that much?
Who?
I'm saying the results cannot be loaded.
Wait.
Let me see if Harry Kane works.
Daily Mail controls this.
Okay, no, I think the system's just started packing it. All right, this is mad. This is crazy. I don't know what's going on. Even Kane's not working.
Daily Mail, we're on to you.
Wait, what? Wait, hold on. No.
Man, like Todd Kane, yeah? Jeez.
Okay, cool. Sterling.
Okay.
I was going to say, bro. What we say for strikers, Kane, innit?
Yeah. It's got to be. It's just been above average for him. Let's be real, but
imagine that, like, because Kane 2 games ago, man was probably picking Mobley, but Mobley's had a bad knockout. Kane had a bad group, and it's kind of reversed.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's reversed.
Yeah.
The packs are saying Sterling just above Insigne, but then again, Insigne's had to play way harder opposition.
Good point.
Is that fair? It's kind of fair, I guess.
It is, but it's too bad.
Yeah.
That's not Sterling's fault.
Yeah,
Not Sterling's fault, yeah.
But Chiesa, I agree. Chiesa has to be there, bro.
Okay.
And he hasn't
that's fair.
every game,
he hasn't. But when he's played,
yeah,
true. So let's go with Chiesa. Okay,
I just think he's a different player, man. He's just a different type of player, bro.
Ed, Pat Star, I beg you just tell us about the centre backs, man. Try and get Maguire in there, please.
Try and get Maguire.
Try and get us into the club, please, mate. Speak to the bouncer, please, mate.
No. You know what? The other day, on like Tuesday, me and Ed were talking about it. I was saying Maguire's growing on me. And he was like, yeah. Then the next day, we were watching England. And I was like, hey, Maguire's getting better. And Ed's like, nah, he's dead. I was like, bro, we just had a discussion yesterday. We said he was what? and he was like, nah, we never had that discussion. What are you talking about?
This guy's crazy. He just wiped it from his memory.
I told you, Ed's got like 3 alter egos, bro. You don't know who you're talking to.
Ronaldo. Oh, man.
Hey, do you know Ed said he can't help you, man? It's cool. He can't help you.
Listen, before we cut, can we at least speak on the Grealish on and off?
Yeah, man. Man. Before we wrap up,
I've got to cut in a bit. Go on.
How do you not feel about it?
Yeah, I was a bit. I wasn't that happy about it personally, but Southgate makes the decisions, isn't it? So I wasn't cool about it.
It was like I wasn't conflicted, but I did think, why him and not Foden? Because like in the situation that England was in, with ball possession and needed to waste a lot of time, Grealish gets fouled.
Yeah,
he'll get it and he'll kick down the ball, and England will get free kicks in the right areas. It just seemed to me a bit weird. I mean, Foden, he's great, he's good at carrying the balls, technically gifted and stuff like that. But I just thought towards the end of the game, Foden didn't offer as much to the game that England was trying to play towards the end, more than what Grealish would have. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I just think it was. I just think it was a weird decision, but it worked. Whatever. I'm not going to question Southgate because he's doing his thing and it's working. But that one to me was just a little bit strange, man.
No,
I agree. I feel it was weird.
With Foden comes from a possession-based team with Pep and everything. But with Grealish, I understand what you're saying. He could have done the job. I'm not doubting that at all. But I think Foden was the better option to keep on, in my opinion, just because he holds the ball better. For me, he holds the ball better. He comes from a possession-based team, and it just works, man. He just knows he's done the right movement for me. But not saying Grealish couldn't do it, but it wasn't a bad move. I'm not angry at it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not angry. I just thought it was weird. But yeah.
I just think Grealish would have brought out some fouls and stuff like that. But yeah.
Exactly.
Harry Kane professional being fouled, putting his backing up to people.
Professional. Hey, listen, man, boy.
Back that ass.
All right, cool, man. Listen, we're ending on the show the same way we begun it. Shout out Duncan for his comment at the beginning. But yeah, man. All right. need to wrap up now. So very, very quick. Oh wait, Janelle. Hey. Hey. Hey, Janelle, you weren't in the background there. Nah.
Whoa.
Hey. Hey.
You know what? Do you know what's funny?
Mm.
Oh, no, never mind. I can't do it. I was going to
Yeah,
say.
don't do it.
I can't do
it, bro. Don't do
what's funny?
whatever you can do it.
I'll see it. Hold on.
What is he going to do?
I'm joking. I said the show's over.
I was gonna say.
People are gonna be back. Like, what else just happened here?
Oh, that's funny.
All right, but cool. All right, we got about 1 minute left. So very, very, very quick predictions for Sunday. Jalil, give me a score.
I was gonna say Sunday England make history, but they've already made history by being there. So gonna go for a very intense game, a very nerve-wracking and very squeaky bum time kind of game. I'm gonna go 1-0 England.
1-0 England. Ooh. Rash.
I'm gonna say 2-2.
Ooh.
And I don't know.
Oh shit!
I have to be honest. I don't know, bruv. Like I feel the energy. I feel the energy from the shores, but Italy are not a joke club, bruv.
Yeah.
They do this thing like so 2-2, but I don't know who's gonna win, bruv. Honestly.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm not hearing that.
What? What's going on? What's going on?
What's this guy doing, bro?
What's this guy doing? Hey, he's taking over the controls. I need to take it back.
Do you know what it was?
All right,
cool. Right, John, turn it back to the background. So I messed up. Basically, it was a picture of Pepe doing this. No. I know, I'm not touching.
Oh, I see the one that you wanted to put. Okay, cool.
Too many dad jokes today. I'm done.
All right, cool. All right, so Rash is saying 2-2, and he doesn't know. No worries, man. No worries. Jeff, what are you saying, bro?
I feel like they're gonna cancel each other out. So I want to add, I was right about England-Denmark score.
You was. I thought it was gonna be 1-1 and then penalty shootout.
Hey, I said 2-1 England and Harry Kane to get the winner.
You did.
You were more right than me. Jesus.
You actually did, and then you said he's gonna make the front pages too. I remember.
Yeah, I did
When
say
did that
it.
happen?
So, all of it happened, and I said he would get man of the match, and he should have.
Yes, you said that. Yeah, you did
he
say
did
that
that.
as well. Because I said Sterling. Yeah, I said Sterling would, and you goes, no, he'll get the winner and he'll get man of the match because of that. That's what you said.
Yeah. Hey,
Well, I'm going to say 0-0. England and Italy got the same counter-attacking style. 0-0, and then England are going to win on penalties. Sounds crazy because England never win on penalties.
If England went to win the final on penalties, Jalil's going to knock someone out.
Yeah, himself. He can give himself a haymaker.
I'm drinking just in case I've got to drown my sorrows, bro.
What?
Don't drink.
That's not very positive.
Oh shit!
Don't drink. But no, as I said, yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you because I'm still gonna go out.
Just call me Jalil, yeah.
I will.
Just call me, bro.
I will. But I'll be real. What I'm gonna do if England lose and get knocked out or they win, I'm still gonna have a good night, bro. Just because of the history that's been made that I've seen in it, and I'll celebrate the boys, man. It's more of the boys than anything else. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, man. I'll give my one. I actually want to do what Rash did and say a draw because I genuinely think this game is as 50-50 as it comes. It's about 50-50, but I'll say Italy 2-1. Let me play devil's advocate for a bit, man. Let me say Italy 2-1, but it's generally 50-50. Like, I don't know how this is gonna go, but it's gonna be one hell of a game for sure. But yeah, people, this was all like review of the semi-final and look ahead to the game. Very, very good show. Very good engagement from you as usual. Make sure to smash the likes, keep supporting us. We keep on growing every day, so we appreciate that. And yeah, on Monday, we'll know who won the tournament. And Monday's going to be our first live show with all of us together in the studio to review the whole Euros. So do make sure to keep an eye out for that. Should be brilliant. Getting us all together in one place. And yeah, man, even Lamps the studio. So boy, Lamps might just jump in and punch the drill before the show. You know, if England wins. So yeah, man, actually, that's a bad idea. Actually, that's a bad idea.
What I'm saying, if England lose, yeah, I better not see Lamps about, boy.
Hey, but yeah, but listen, people, that's it from us. Make sure to enjoy your Friday. And just a couple quick words from Rash before we wrap up.
Look, I'm gonna make it very quick because we're wrapping it up. Look, since the ceasefire, there's been 4 airstrikes. Yeah, there's been killings of innocent people in the West Bank. People have been fired upon for demonstrating because they don't want to lose their homes because draconian laws have been used in order to steal Palestinian land. Okay, Israel has demolished a family home that was suspected of a Palestinian attacker, which has even made America and the United Nations and everyone say, do you know what? You can't do that because that's collective punishment. A whole family's lost their home because they was looking for one guy. Okay, the West Bank has been demolished for the 7th time. The 7th time. Okay, that's not like a joke. People have lost their homes 7 times. Farmers are losing their land and their equipment, so they can't make any money. And this is all in the occupied Jordan Valley. Okay, Gaza's economy has been weakened after the 11-day siege in May, to the point where the destruction has been valued to the extent of $290 to $380 million worth of damage. Yeah, many places can't come back from that. Look, we're witnessing an oppression unlike anything that we've seen probably in our times. Free Palestine.
Yeah, well said, man. Well said. Well highlighted. And yeah, man, probably some of the things you won't see in the mainstream media. So well said, well highlighted. And the message is consistent from all of us: free Palestine against any oppression, and make sure to keep spreading that message, people. So yeah, that's it from us. Make sure to have a blessed weekend and enjoy the final. Don't go too crazy, people. We'll be back on Monday from the studio. Peace and love. Peace.
Salam.
Peace.